Summer has arrived once again for Blue Archive players, cause Swimsuit Hina and Swimsuit Iori are back in Kivotos with their rerun banners, which is why today I'll be reviewing them in this video. Let's start off with one of everyone's favorite uokanis, Swimsuit Hina. And Hina enjoyers, try to keep it in your pants for just a few minutes, alright? She's exactly the same as a regular version, with the only difference being that Swimsuit Hina is limited, as she is an explosive striker dealer with yellow armor who has B combat power in urban terrains, S in field, and D in indoors. Heh, she can have my D indoors anytime. Anyways, these are her equipment, which is the standard DPS equipment, giving her attack and crit damage, as well as health stats to make sure she doesn't immediately die. Moving on to her skills, a 3-cost EX skill deals damage to 5 enemies in a fan-shaped area. Meanwhile, for her basic skill, she deals damage to 1 enemy every 20 seconds, while inflicting stun for 2 seconds. Her enhanced skill increases her crit, with her CC power also being increased at UE 40. With her sub-skill, her attack increases when using her EX, with this effect being able to stack up to 5 times. At UE 50, her combat power outdoors converts from S to SS. And finally, she has her own unique item, which is her tube, and you can equip it at relationship rank 15, giving her extra attack at T1. At relationship rank 25, you can upgrade it from T1 to T2 using these materials, which enhances her basic skill to deal more damage. Swimsuit Hina's main use lies in Kaiten phase 1, as her EX skill can hit all 5 ranges in one instance, dealing more damage. And she is especially good in field, also known as outdoor, Kaiten, since it is her preferred terrain. With the introduction of her unique item, her viability in outdoor Insane and Torment Kaiten has increased. As before, while she has always been a strong unit up to Extreme Kaiten, she wasn't used much in Insane due to her lower damage scaling compared to other units, and she needed a lot of investment to be viable in Insane. However, now, she gains a much needed attack increase with her tier 1 unique item, plus her basic skill is stronger at tier 2, increasing her damage output and largely removing that weakness in damage. This has made her a good option for Insane Outdoor Kaiten phase 1, as she can dish out good damage, but you will need to have unlocked her unique item first. Also, even though she still doesn't see as much use in Torment compared to other units, she is still a decent choice for your first or second team when battling against the rangers themselves in phase 1, though I personally feel you would need to invest into her quite a bit more if you want to bring her into Torment. Other than Kaiten, she honestly doesn't see much use in other raids, as you would preferably bring in single target damage dealers or healers for Hyro, and AoE units who can hit many mobs in one go for Greg. Plus, she isn't good in Hyro or Greg's indoor terrains. She could also probably be used in certain joint firing drills, or you could bring her into bounties to again fight the rangers. Finally, she does see some use in PvP this season, since you need units that can hit multiple students at once, like New Year Haruna or New Year Mutsuki, and if you don't have those units, she is an acceptable alternative. Overall, since Swimsuit Hina is a limited unit, you can pull for her if you don't already have her, or if you're one of the many Hina fans. However, if you already have her, or if you're comfy for Kaiten phase 1, I would personally say skip her, since if and only if you have her, then you can buy her a lash through expert permit recruitment. Thanks a lot for fucking up, past me. Now I have trauma at the words expert permit. Now we move on to the student with the best and tastiest feet in the game, Swimsuit Iori. This time though, everyone, including me, has to try and keep it in their pants for a few minutes because god damn, that sexy chocolate body is doing things to me. She's an explosive striker dealer with blue armor who has the same terrain moods as Swimsuit Hina, where she is excellent in field, okay in urban, and bad indoors. These are her equipment, which increases her survivability as she gains a bit more extra health, and her DPS also increases with the additional attack and crit damage stats. Her 4-cost EX skill deals damage to enemies in a circular area, while for her basic skill, every 25 seconds, she deals damage to one enemy, inflicting chill on them. This debuff continuously deals a bit of damage to an enemy for 20 seconds every 4 seconds. Her enhanced skill increases her attack, with UE40 giving her even more attack, and finally with her sub-skill, when attacking, she has a 25% chance to inflict chill with a 10-second cooldown between every activation. At UE50, similar to Swimsuit Hina, her mood-infused terrain increases from S to SS. Swimsuit Iori is primarily a strong auto attacker, meaning her role in the team is to just attack normally and utilize her automatic basic skill as opposed to using her for her EX. She is a good AA as she can inflict the chill debuff twice using her basic and sub skill, and it can deal quite a lot of dot damage on the enemy. This might sound depressing, but Swimsuit Iori's main use is actually in joint firing drill, where she shines in JFDs which require debuffs like chill, such as the featured JFD a couple months back. But she can still be used as one of your main DPS units for Phase 2 Kaiten or maybe Urban Hieronymus, where she acts as an AA, constantly inflicting and dealing chill damage with her normal attacks and basic skill. With that being said, Swimsuit Iori doesn't see much use in Insane or Torment Kaiten, mainly because there are other units such as Aru, Shiroko and Mutsuki, to name a few, who are more suited for the raid, especially since they can deal more damage. But you can definitely still use her as your main DPS in one of your Torment teams if you're out of options. You could also probably try her in Gregorius for her AoE EX on the mobs, but probably only in the lower difficulties or if you really don't have enough AoE units since her EX's damage is quite weak. Overall, like Swimsuit Hina, since Swimsuit Iori is limited, you can pull for her if you don't already have her. Or maybe if you want a decent unit for Kaiten, or a very specific unit for JFD, or if she's your waifu and you want this really spicy and sexy L2D so you can lick her back and feet. But if you already have her, or if you're comfy for Kaiten, then I would say just skip her, since you can get more for a lapse from Expert Permit if you already have her. And that's all for this week's review. So Hina and Iori enjoyers, you can finally let loose. Go ahead. But let me know if you're pulling for either of them or if they're your favorites. Anyways, sorry for the delay on the Swimsuit Saki pulls video since I was away for a few days. But like always, I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care and Happy New Year!